Recently I've installed my green wall, which is getting on really well, but because these pockets of soil are so small and exposed, I've had to make sure I've watered every day to make sure this doesn't dry out and kill the plants. So today I'm going to install this Hydrosure automatic watering system that's on a timer, and we'll water these every day so I don't have to. Yes, as soon as my friends at waterirrigation.co.uk saw me build my green wall, but without any watering system, they felt sorry for me. So they've sent me a drip system that will keep it alive even if I'm not around. Now this sort of system all starts at the tap, where we've got a controller here that can control water on and off as many times as you want. It's actually got two systems, and today I'm only going to be using one, but it means I can expand and set up another ring to water completely independently. This feeds a 1/2 inch pipe that gets the water pretty close to where it's needed, and then that goes down to a 4mm pipe that gets the water to your plant pots or your hanging baskets or whatever. In this kit, at the end of each line is one of these drippers that you can put into your plant pot or hanging basket, and they're adjustable so you can adjust the amount of water coming out of them, which is absolutely fine if you've got individual pots or hanging baskets. I haven't really got that, so what I've got instead is I've got some inline drippers. This is where the water comes in, drips, and goes out to the next one as well. These are more suitable if you're watering plants in a line, so this is what I'm going to be using today. Now this whole system is just a push fit system, and to connect the 4mm pipe to the 1/2 inch pipe is pretty easy actually. In the kit comes with one of these spiky things that makes holes, and all you do is you make the hole in the bigger pipe, and then you fit in one of these barbs, and there's a little hole there just to make you sure you've got a good purchase. You just press that in, and that's never going to come out again. And then it's as simple as dipping your 4mm pipe into warm water, but today's fairly warm anyway, and then just putting it over the other barb, and now you've got the start of your system. So easy to set up and fairly straightforward as well. Before we go out then and start fixing it, I thought I'd just show you how I'm going to run the lines around my green wall. So these are the battens I made my green wall out of, with 5 vertical posts holding them up and a fence panel on either side. And in each one of these, this is where the plants are sitting, and this is where I need to water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my supply line from the tap to one side of this green wall, and then the first thing I'm going to do is actually make a complete loop around the perimeter in the 1/2 inch piping. That gives me a more consistent pressure when I feed off into this 4mm small tubing. And from here, what I can do is then feed off on each one of these battens with the 4mm tubing into a pocket with a inline dripper, and then maybe another one, and I go from one to another to another to another to another to another, and then back into the main 1/2 inch pipe as well. So it's essentially being fed from both ends, and what that will mean is that I'll have a more consistent pressure rather than high pressure at the beginning of the feed going down to a low pressure at the end. It's being fed from both sides, so everything should be a little bit more constant. And all I'll do is I'll put these on each one of these battens, and there you go. It's as simple as that. And I've got a couple of ideas on how to hide the top pipe, which is really going to be the most prominent one because it's going to be at eye level. But at least all the pipe is black, and my green wall background is black as well, so I don't think they should stick out too much. So I think enough of that talking. You know what I'm going to do. Let's go out there and start getting it fixed. This is the Hydrosure automatic complete 25 pot drip irrigation system with timer. I'll put a link in the description below. And my first job is to uncoil the 13mm pipe and get it into the sun to try to make it lose some of its spring type tendencies. To hide the top and bottom horizontal feeder pipes, I found a convenient fold in the fabric I've used to build the green wall, where I can slide the pipe through and it'll be mainly hidden. With both pipes in place, I can warm up the ends with hot water and push on a 90-degree fitting onto the pipe to get it around the corners. These fittings also have a barb type connector, and once pushed on they don't come off unless you cut them off. Don't ask me how I know that. On the bottom left, rather than a 90-degree corner piece, I fit a T-fitting, and this is where the incoming water is going to come in from to feed the ring. With the top and bottom pipes in place, I temporarily fix the vertical pipes and mark where I need to cut them and each position where I want the connectors to the 4mm pipes to join. With everything marked out, I take them back to the workbench to install all the connections. On the pipe there's a thin blue line running along its length, so I'm aiming for this to make sure that all my connections are pointed in the same direction before pushing in the connectors with a little tool. With the feeder ring complete, I use a plain stick to mark the positions I want the drippers to go in each row, missing the main plants, and use this back in the workshop to set out the position of the drippers along the 4mm pipe. This saves me measuring anything and makes fabricating the 8 horizontal runs quicker. Then it's just a matter of pushing the 4mm pipe onto the connectors and tucking it under the plants the best I can to hide it while pushing in the drippers into the compost between the plants. At the right hand end, I leave a couple of inches excess on the line so I can trim to length with the pipe in place. For the first time since I made this wall, I didn't water it this morning as I knew I'd be rigging up this drip feed system today. But halfway through doing this job, the soil was so dry I just had to stop and give it a water. It just shows you how quickly pockets of soil like this can dry out in the summer, and how quickly you could potentially lose all your plants if you miss a watering or two.
The top horizontal dripper pipe I installed with plenty of spare at each end, so I could route it around the fence and connect it back into the 1/2 inch pipe, which is now underneath it, hiding in the fabric of the wall.
So just before I plumb everything up permanently, I thought I'd just pop in and work out how the controller works. And I've just been playing with this without reading the instructions, and it is incredibly straightforward. I love things that just work. So just have a look at this. So what you've got 2 outlets, so it can independently control 2 watering zones. And on this dial here, you just run through a series of menus. So on each one, you've got a left and you've got a right, which is left and right of the outputs as well. So on the left here it says, how often do you want to water? Every 1 day, every 2 days, every 6 hours. Let's put 6 hours for this one. And on the right, you can have every 3 days, something completely different. The next one is how long you want to water for. Then the start time for each again. And the last one is setting the clock, which I've already done. Then all you have to do is put it on run, and that will carry out your instructions until the batteries run out. And at any time, if you want to do it manually, if you want to override it, you just hit manual and plug in either left or right which one you want to start and how many minutes, let's say for 4 minutes. Then when you press OK, it just opens it up, and 4 minutes later it will close it down. I just love things that work. The only thing I don't know is what eco means. I might have to read the instructions for that one. Well, that, I think, is what you call a result. This is all push fit, but there's no leaks at all. And I've just checked every single dripper, and the water's coming out exactly the same on each one, which means there's the same pressure throughout. So putting that ring all the way around the outside definitely evened out the pressure and has helped. So that's really good. And now it's been on for a couple of minutes, I can hear that waterfall effect, which I know that's not what it's for, but it is rather nice actually. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please check out the other ones on the channel, and please subscribe and go and have a look at our Patreon page where you can support us over there and see extra content every week as well. So until next week, I'm just going to listen to the water. Ah.